Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys making some time to watch the video, taking some time out of your busy day. Much appreciated. Today we're going to be giving an update, talking a little bit about the Lake Mead water levels. There's been some changes out there. Going to go over that and sort of give you guys my opinion on that and sort of what we possibly have to look forward to. So we'll get into that here in a second. Real quick, guys, just a big thank you out there again to everybody that's been supporting the channel by checking out our View Product Shopping tab. Guys, that's the best way to support the channel if you want to do something to support the channel. I put 30 products in there every day that I think you guys might be interested in checking out. And if you click on those products twice, click on the product and click on it again, channel gets credit for that, and it's a really good way to help out. So much appreciated. Okay, guys, one of the reasons I wanted to do this video is I've actually gotten a couple comments or questions from some of the subscribers over this situation at Lake Mead, because I don't know if you guys have followed the news, but the West, California and everything, they've had some record levels of precipitation since January. The comments that I got, they wanted to sort of know my opinion on, based upon all the water that's coming in, all the above average precipitation. And what's happened is you've had record rainfalls, and you also have a pretty decent snowpack for the first time in a long time in the mountain regions. And all this adds up to Lake Mead, and some of the western lakes out there that are low, they're starting to rise right now, which is pretty cool. That's been going on. I think it started in January, and it's still going on out there a little bit, but the lakes are coming up out there. The point of what I want to talk about here is don't get your hopes up. Don't get too excited about that, because this is not the solution for the problem right here. This is simply something temporary that you're going to see go away just in a couple months when it starts warming up. All of the reservoirs out west are still at historic lows. The groundwater and the aquifers are at historic lows, and just a 2 or 3 month weather event of above average precipitation and even floods, it's not going to change anything out there, guys. It's in fact, Lake Mead is expected to fall another 20 feet this year, at least another 20 feet. That's on top of the consideration for the rising water they're having right now. So it's still going to go down. So I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, this is just, this is what we need, and this is going to change things, and this is just part of the cycle. That's not it, guys. Lake Mead and the western lakes out there, this is a crisis. This should be a 3 fire alarm bell going off for everybody right now. And it's contributed, we talked about it before, I've done videos on this. It's a combination of decades-long mismanagement, water usage mismanagement in the Southwest over there. Very poor management, inept for a lot of parts. The fact that they're in a historic 1,000 to 2,000 year drought in the region, and the ongoing effects of climate change. Not just my opinion on that. This is the state of California, the state of Nevada, state of Arizona, all concur on this. So the point is what can you do about it? We try to figure out problems, and the whole thing is that those states out there, California and Nevada and Arizona, they have got to start taking mitigation efforts seriously out there. Unless you start mitigating the water usage situation and realize the fact that you have got to wake up. This is not going to get any better, and this is not going to go away. And you've got to make some real changes in water use policies out there. And that's just to get by. In the bigger picture out there, until they start mitigating some of the effects, the long-term, climate effects out there, which nobody really wants to seem to do, it's not going to get any better. I mean, eventually, it's just going to turn back into a river. All the Lake Powell, Lake Mead, all that stuff out there, it's going to dry up to the point where it's basically just back to the way it was before, just a river system out there. And, so it's sort of a combination of some controlled variables and uncontrolled variables. And that's the problem. We can't control the things like weather that we don't, have any part to play in, as far as, the weather patterns. On the long term effects of climate change. Yeah, there are things we can do with that. We can take mitigation efforts, but nobody wants to do that because it costs money, to put in mitigation efforts. And until that you have elected officials in positions of power in Arizona and California and Nevada that start taking these, the mitigation efforts and the usage efforts seriously, it's going to continue to be a big problem out there with it. So the point of the video, guys, is don't get too excited about it. There's nobody more than myself that wants to see Lake Mead come up. That's my favorite lake in the country, and it's just heartbreaking to see what's going on out there. I want to be able to fish the U.S. Open on Lake Mead again. Doesn't look like it's going to happen this year either, with the water dropping down a little bit. But we just have to control what we can, and like I said, this is something I think that the long-term projection I've seen on this from some of the NOAA and some of the governmental agencies on that, they predict this current drought to last at least through 2030. So we're looking at another 7 years of this drought, and if you put 7 years of drought on top of the levels that those lakes are dropping right now annually out there, you can see that you're going to be in a position where Lake Mead's not going to be able to pump any water to Arizona and California. It's going to be gone. It's going to be dropped to such a point that those intakes are not going to be functional anymore. So anyway, just wanted to bring you guys up to that. Like I said, lakes are coming up out there. Don't get excited about it because they're getting ready to go right back down this summer a little bit. And hopefully, like I said, we'll be able to take some steps, some of the hard steps that it's going to take to reverse this trend a little bit. So, and that's the thing about it, guys. When you're talking about a situation that's this massive and widespread and costly, it's very difficult to get people to make the hard decisions. When it comes to money and it comes to policy and it comes to dividing up water over, agricultural uses and people filling up their swimming pools and watering their lawns, nobody wants to give up anything. And that's the problem that the West faces. The environment of the West, the environment of the desert Southwest and California, it wasn't designed to support as many people that's out there. We've got to live in balance with this environment, and putting millions of people in a desert environment that is incapable of sustaining that many people, it's a recipe for a disaster that we're seeing unfold right now. So anyway, guys, I'll keep you updated anytime something new comes up this. I'll let you guys know, and appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll talk later.